Welcome back to your new channel, Khan Classes. Today, I'm going to tell you about compound interest. How we can solve the sums related to compound interest. So first of all, we have to find the definition of compound interest. What is compound interest? So let me tell you, compound interest is the interest calculated on the principal and the interest accumulated over the previous period. That is, the interest which is paid at the end of the year. When we calculate the amount at the end of the first year, the amount at the end of the first year will be the principal of the next year, and so on. And the amount at the end of second year will be the principal for the next year. So that is how we know the definition of compound interest. It tells us that compound interest is the interest calculated on the principal and the interest accumulated over the previous period. For example, if principal is equal to rupees 1000, rate of interest is equal to 5%, and number of years, that is time, is equal to 2 years. So how we can calculate the amount and the principal and compound interest? So first of all, we have to find the formula, because formulas are the tools for solving the mathematical problem. If our formulas are clear, then we can solve any questions. So first of all, we need to write formulas. So here are three criteria. The first criteria is when the interest is compounded annually. When the interest is compounded annually. So then amount is equal to principal, that is P for principal, into 1 plus R for rate upon 100 to the power n. N is equal to number of years, that is time. And after that we find CI, that is C for compound, I for interest. So CI is equal to amount, A for amount minus principal, P for principal. Here P stands for principal, A stands for amount, CI stands for compound interest. So when the interest is compounded annually, amount is equal to P into 1 plus R by 100 to the power n, and after that we find CI, that is CI is equal to amount minus principal. This is the first criteria, when the interest is compounded annually. And the second criteria is when the interest is compounded half yearly. So then amount is equal to P principal into 1 plus R by 200 to the power 2n. Okay? Then CI is equal to A minus P, an amount minus principal. This is the second criteria. When interest is compounded half yearly, because 1 year has 2 half year. 1 year has 2 half year. For example, if the given year is 2 years, so we know that in 1 year there are 2 half years. Then in 2 years there are 4 half years. It is simple. Now, when the interest is compounded quarterly, then amount is equal to P into 1 plus R by 100, R by 400 to the power 4n. Then CI is equal to A minus P, that is amount minus principal. Now there is A is equal to P into 1 plus R by 400 to the power 4n. So how many quarter years are there in a year? How many quarter years are there in a year? So we know that in each year there are 4 quarter years. 3 months become a quarter. So there are 4 quarter years in a year. It means that 1 year has 4 quarter years. So here is amount is equal to P into 1 plus R by 400 to the power 4n. And C is equal to A minus P. Now we learn by using this formula how can we solve the questions related to compound interest. And it will be very interesting. So you should write all these in your notebooks.